Imagine I hand you a single, uncluttered hour. No phone buzzing, no open tabs, no Slack pings, just you and one tough idea to master. What would you do with it? If your answer includes words like, actually get something meaningful done, then Cal Newport's Deep Work, Rules for Focused Success in a Distracted World is the kind of book that feels like an ally. A quiet, stubborn friend who refuses to accept that our distracted reality is inevitable. It argues that deep, concentrated work is both rare and valuable, and that mastering it is the superpower of the information age. Whether you're a creator, a student, a manager, or someone who wants fewer half-finished projects and more accomplished days, this book is a practical blueprint. Stick with me for the next 12 minutes. We'll walk through what deep work actually says, why it matters right now, the best ideas you can start using tomorrow, and the story behind the thinking. No fluff, just a human conversation about working better and living better in a noisy world. At its simplest, deep work makes one big claim: the ability to concentrate intensely on cognitively demanding tasks, what Newport calls deep work, produces massive value, accelerates skill acquisition, and gives you more satisfaction than scattered, shallow busyness. Newport divides the world of work into two types: deep work and shallow work. Deep work is the kind of labor that pushes your cognitive capacities to their limit: writing a paper, designing a product architecture, composing a symphony. Shallow work is transactional: answering emails, scheduling meetings, scrolling social feeds. The core thesis is that deep work is increasingly rare because of constant distraction, and increasingly valuable because complex skills and original ideas require focused time. Therefore, cultivating the habit and rituals of depth will pay disproportionate dividends. He doesn't stop with rhetoric. The book is organized into two parts. First, the argument why deep work is important and scarce, and second, the rules, practical strategies for bringing deep work back into your life. These rules are concrete and actionable. Schedule your work, embrace boredom, quit or reduce social media, and ruthlessly minimize shallow tasks. Think of it as both philosophy and toolbox. Let's pull the threads. Attention as the central economic resource. Newport reframes productivity. It's not how long you sit at a desk, but how well you allocate your attention. In an age overflowing with information, attention is scarce and monetizable. Businesses and technologies monetize disruption. They profit when you fragment your attention. Newport's warning is structural. The architecture of modern work pushes us away from depth. The implication and the opportunity is that you can gain a competitive edge by reclaiming focused time. Deliberate practice and craftsmanship. One running theme is the craftsman mindset. Treat your skills like a craft you must hone through deliberate, focused practice. Newport borrows from psychology and the study of expertise. Deep work is how you produce rare and valuable results and how you internalize hard-won skills quickly. Ritualization is more powerful than willpower. The book makes a pragmatic move. Don't rely solely on brute force self-control. Build rituals and systems that make deep work the default. Set start times, define the length of deep sessions, design your environment. These reduce decision fatigue and create conditions where concentration emerges naturally. The moral dimension of distraction. There's a quieter, ethical argument here. Constant shallow busyness cheapens work and life. Depth creates meaning. Newport nudges readers to examine whether their attention is chosen or sold. That introspective angle turns productivity into a values question. What do you want to direct your finite cognitive energy toward? A rebuttal to the always-on culture. This book functions as resistance literature against the cult of optimization that celebrates availability over accomplishment. It asks us to be selective about whom and what gets access to our attention. Why it matters now. We're living in a period where machine learning, automation, and global competition reward high-level cognitive work. Ordinary, reactive tasks can be outsourced or automated. The remaining advantage lies in creative, complex work that requires uninterrupted stretches of focus. Mastering deep work is a way to future-proof your career and to reclaim the satisfaction of doing something truly hard and worthwhile. What makes deep work sing isn't flashy prose or memoir-y drama. It's the clarity of its structure and the relentless application of concept to practice. Conceptual clarity. Newport is a systems thinker. He frames a complex cultural problem in a small set of ideas that carry weight. The deep/shallow dichotomy, attention economics, deliberate practice. That economy of concepts makes the book usable. Practical rituals and experiments. The strength isn't just diagnosis, it's prescription. Newport offers methods that feel testable. Schedule blocks of deep work, define strict rules for email, take extended breaks from the internet. These are experiments you can run for a month and measure. Concrete examples. He peppers the book with stories from Bill Gates' Think Weeks to the practices of academics, coders, and writers. These vignettes make abstract rules feel real and adaptable. A humane tone. Newport isn't shaming. He's prescriptive without moral grandstanding. That balance, firm but empathetic, makes the advice stick because it feels plausible rather than punishing. Originality in reconfiguration. None of the ideas are entirely new. Attention economics, deliberate practice, ritualizing focus, but Newport's contribution is reconfiguring them into a cohesive strategy for modern knowledge workers. That aggregation is what gives the book its power. I'll share a few compact quotes that capture the book's rhythm. I'll keep them short, so they're easy to carry into your day. Deep work is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. To produce at your peak level, you need to work for extended periods with full concentration on a single task. Clarity about what matters provides clarity about what does not. These short lines are useful when you need a mental nudge. They're portable truths you can whisper to yourself before you start a focus session. A few things that contextualize why Newport writes this way. Cal Newport is a computer science professor and writer. That academic background shows. He's methodical, evidence-minded, and precise. He's not a self-help guru selling an easy shortcut. He's presenting a model backed by examples, studies, and a career spent thinking about how knowledge work gets done. Deep Work came out in 2016, a period when smartphones, social media, and the always-on workplace were already altering attention patterns. The book landed at a cultural inflection point. Readers hungry for alternatives made it popular. Its influence shows up in two visible ways: work rituals and company cultures. Teams and leaders began experimenting with no-meeting days, email-free afternoons, and scheduled deep sessions. The book supplied vocabulary and legitimacy for managers who wanted to fight distraction. Personal productivity movements. Individuals took up Newport's ideas as lifestyle experiments, digital Sabbaths, attention audits, and focused monastery weeks. Many writers and creators publicly credited the book for helping them produce longer, better work. There's also a bit of controversy, or at least pushback. Critics say Newport's model can be elitist. Not everyone can block out 8-hour stretches for focus. Think frontline workers or people juggling caregiving. Newport acknowledges constraints and offers scaled approaches, but it's fair to say the book is most aspirational for those with some scheduling control. Finally, Newport's later writing continued exploring related themes, like quitting social media, the digital minimalism movement. So Deep Work is also the opening argument in a larger conversation about attention and technology. You don't need to read to the last chapter to act. Here are distilled practices that require more clarity than motivation. Time block one deep session today. Schedule one 60 to 90-minute block on your calendar. Treat it as unbreakable. Put your phone in another room and work on the most cognitively demanding task you have. No email, no tabs. Define your work rituals. Decide, when do you work, where will you sit, what tools are allowed, how long will the session last, and what is the measurable outcome you aim for. Small rituals reduce friction. Try the 4 rules in miniature. Newport's core rules are: work deeply, embrace boredom, quit social media or at least audit it, drain the shallows. You can start with micro versions, a single 24-hour social media fast, or a no meetings afternoon once a week. Keep a shallow versus deep log. For 3 days, write down whether each work episode was deep or shallow and how long it lasted. Awareness is the first intervention. Practice productive downtime. Don't try to cram focus forever. Newport emphasizes rest, real rest, as fuel for deep work. Schedule real recreation that gives your mind time to consolidate. This is a self-help/strategy book, not a twisty novel, so there aren't spoilers in the narrative sense. The only reveal is the set of rules Newport recommends. If anything, the risk is oversimplifying or treating deep work as a moral mandate. The book isn't a one-size-fits-all sermon. Context matters. Use the strategies that fit your life and ignore the ones that don't. Here's the heart of it. Attention is a scarce resource, and how you decide to spend it determines your craft, your career, and your inner life. The modern world will keep getting noisier. You can either let your attention be auctioned off to every ping and trend, or you can buy back fragments of quiet, one ritual at a time. Think of deep work as a muscle. It doesn't get stronger overnight, but with repeated, intentional practice, by setting rituals, embracing boredom, and protecting blocks of time, you will build capacity. When you do, the work you produce will be rarer and more meaningful, and the satisfaction you feel will be deeper. If you take nothing else from this episode, take this: guard your attention like currency. Spend it intentionally. If you want a practical, well-argued manual for doing that, for learning how to schedule focus, how to build rituals, and how to push back against the shallow currents of modern work, pick up Deep Work by Cal Newport. If the description here resonated, there's an Amazon link in the episode description where you can find the book and support the show. Go ahead, click the Amazon link in the description, grab a copy, and try one deep session this week. Tell us how it goes. We'll be here, in the quiet space where the good work gets done.